Okay, hello. Thank you so much for all of the massive support that I've gotten. It's really been super encouraging to me. It's made me feel really good. I appreciate it. That being said, we're going to continue with the save of Venice with a couple of goals in mind. Number one, I want to get an achievement. Dogecoin. Dogecoin has actually been the single greatest investment, I think, of this year. But that's besides the point. Dogecoins, starting as Venice, become the economic hegemon. We don't actually need to stay Venice, but I think because someone commented on the video, they wanted us to stay as Venice. They wanted us to complete the Venetian mission tree. I appreciate my commenters and want to listen to them. So we're going to go ahead and try and complete the Venetian mission tree today. We have a couple interesting strategies, I think, that we'll use to try and become the economic hegemon. Eagle-eyed viewers will also notice that the save looks slightly different from the last save. It's a couple years earlier. Basically, I was a doofus and did not save the save that I used, so I actually had to replay. It was a little bit quicker. We might have a little bit of a coalition just because I wanted to get things done, but sometimes that's how it goes. So here's the situation. We have this as Venice. Ottomans look so small. Ooh, it feels so nice to have them be so small. The Mamelukes are friendly towards us. Ooh, literally just ticked down as we saw it. We have still 11,000 ducats. If you want to see how we got 11,000 ducats in 1533, go watch the first video I uploaded. I'll link it right there. We just finished a war with Austria for these provinces here. You can actually see we're coring them. Now we have a land connection to our Anatolian land. Siena's our vassal. We took Rome. We're still Catholic. I think that's probably going to be the first thing that we change. France is huge. Spain might be someone we want to ally just because I have a bad feeling about this right here. I have tons of trade here, tons of trade here, tons of trade here, tons of trade here. We're making tons of ducats. Ooh, Naples is a junior partner of France, please. So what are our opening moves? Well, let's take a look at things. We have diplomatic ideas, administrative ideas, and exploration. Holdings aren't doing so great, but that's okay. In terms of immediate opening moves, we need an alliance to hopefully stop the coalition from doing anything. So we're going to ally Spain. Also probably going to convert. We're going to go... Let's go Reformed or Protestant. Let's go Protestant. Because we don't want to have the occupation of Rome. Else want to be our ally. We have one more slot. Rebels, rebels, rebels. Yay, I love rebels. Rebel Simulator. Make sure we have level 5 advisors across the board. We have missions we can pop. Let's take a look. We're actually locked out of these until we get... Ooh, actually we can do that right now. He was cheaper, but now I have to promote him. That was a mistake. Get this one. It makes upgrades are one of our national ideas to a diplomat and max absolutism, whereas right now it's foreign spy detection and corruption. Now we have another diplomat, which is nice. Could get Bohemia. Bohemia would be nice. Oh, and now we have a solid alliance block. We have Commonwealth, Bohemia, Spain. That should hopefully... And we're no slouch ourselves. Thing of note is that China has fallen apart, so if we could get over there, take some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Chinese land. Really, though, we want to consolidate our home nodes over here. So we want to finish getting Ragusa, and we also want to take more of Alexandria. Be nice to have an ally somewhere else in the world, maybe like the Timurids. You're at war. You're not the strongest Timurids I've ever seen, but you're also not weak. QQ. Let's go ahead and ally the Timmies. Do old rivalries and reclaim Aragon. Aegean. Trade power in Constantinople. That's a lot of trade power. And old rivalries. Ooh. Remember this, because this is going to be relevant in a bit. So we're going to tick this. Unlock merchant committees. Okay, noted. We'll save this for when we do a big push. We are going to take the merchant committees government reform, which we just got from our mission. This is part 1 of my plan to get economic hegemon very early. So we're going to do this. It gives us global trade power plus 10 and ship trade power 33%. Amazing. We're doing pretty well on... Question of extra missionary or extra colonist is a good one. I think we're going to do the colonist. Go ahead and make sure that Venice is in parliament. People's good sides. Ottomans has rivaled us. Ooh. Mamluks declared on the Timurids. They just declared on the Timurids. Okay, we just got out of a war, but we're going back into one. Where are our transports? Over here. We will help out our allies. hoping we can get some land out of the Mamelukes. Or go ahead and tell the Timurids that we do value their land. We're slowly moving in, slowly just sieging down. We're just sieging down the Mamelukes. Maybe we could expand our holdings over here. They're sieging down there. Our 38 barracks against their 7 galleys. We're not actually doing too hot. They're attacking us here. They have 4.6. Why is our morale so low? Because we tanked our prestige, so that's why. Way more discipline. Our army quality is just not good. War score, religious versus... This is by far and away the best one of the age. Just waiting on the siege. Nice, we got the capital. Do I value the Timurids more as an ally or taking this land? I think I value taking this land more. Can turn all of this into trade companies. So we would peace out. It costs us a lot of Diplo though. I'll do it. Yeah, so we peaced out for these lands. First we need to core up a bunch of stuff. And we can claim Defender of the Faith, so that's another missionary. I don't think I've seen this. It's been a while since I've seen this incident. Basically, if you're in the Empire, you're going to have a lot of unrest. Ooh, we're going to trigger religious turmoil. Take care of those guys. Keep exploring in the South Pacific. Reclaim the Aegean. Annex Cyprus. We declare on you. France, the Mamelukes, and the Ottomans? Oh my god! And they're guaranteed by them. Well, at least we're going to pop this mission. I should have done this to get the claims for free, but what you gonna do? Religious civil disorder. Tolerant society. Missionary strength versus heretics is actually really great. Where is it this? Intolerant society. When does this disaster end? One of the following. Fewer rebel... We have to have no rebels. Is force converted. Have at least 90% religious unity. Or have it for 20 years. So we're going to do this once our army's in. Yeah. Oh, they get the fort too. Fantastic. To get eco-hegemon, I want to do a long chain of trade all the way into Venice. Well, France is the big bad. We're going to funnel all the trade into Venice. Right now, we're making how much? Our income is 160? Those are rookie numbers. We're going to need to bump that up if we're going to get to 1,000. For the trick I want to do, we're going to need a lot of cheap provinces. It might be good to get them from someone like Crimea. Like provinces like these are what I'm thinking. Of a node that we don't really care about. It'll make sense once we're actually there. Our core is finished, which is great because I want to upgrade this. Choose an aspect of faith. Development cost is the first one that comes to mind. Also, missionary strength and manpower is really good though, so we're going to do that because we're still converting a lot. Spain is at war with the Mamluks. This is good for us. We are the #1 great power, which feels great. Austria is in a coalition against us. We don't have a flagship, which is kind of wild, so we're going to go ahead and build one in Venice. Oh, finally. Oh my god, our guy's dead. Hallelujah. Let me do a save there. Get a 532, that's 72. A 463, that's pretty good. Remember, all of it will be increased by 1. 453, 51, oof. 453 would be a 564, 51. Or 5, I think we're going to get this guy. 564, that's 51 years old. Please be a good trait. Probably a particularly bad one, but hey, what are you going to do? Syria exists. Whoa. Do I wait for a claim? So we could declare on Syria right now. Co-belligerent. They would join now? Are you serious? Ugh. Independence guaranteed by Spain, and they would actually... Or I could just annex them. They're joining. I say we do it. This is a good amount of land. My armies are in place. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. We're going to call it the Commonwealth? I don't really think I need your help, but okay. Slow down. I do need to declare on them because I can't have... Wait, where's Jazan? Jazan. Okay. I cannot have them join the coalition. Plus, they're really weak anyway. And we can call in the Commonwealth. They have like 22 troops. Based. Take some money from them. I just want them out of the war. Gonna go ahead and piece these guys out. Full annex. Full annex Syria. My only thing is, though... Okay, good. These aren't Mamelukian cores, so I am able to core this. Oh, France integrated Naples. That's so cursed. Oh, God. Well, I'm gonna kill France. I'm gonna kill him. Here, let's go there, 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 there. Oh, look at that beautiful carpet siege. Oh. Well, we'll take this battle. Tucking into the mountains. We have more morale this time. More prestige. They don't have a leader. Now they do. Ooh, this is... where are you walking? No. Rip to them. Mamelukian flagship captured. Nice. We're not going to win this battle. Burn, run away. Everyone pull back. It's funny, though, because we're getting all their core lands. I guess they're running in? I guess we're both running in? I'll help out. Gonna do this one for the... We're gonna switch to our church aspect to justified conflict for the minus 10% war score cost versus other religions. Lasts for 10 years and should actually give us a bit more provinces. Okay, I said I was gonna be right back for water, but I was actually went on vacation, went to the Grand Canyon, went to Las Vegas, gambled money, won money, lost money. It was a really long trip to get some water, but we have it. So we're back. Where we left off, we had completed our war with the Mamluks. This is our current coalition. Pretty big and unwieldy and not good. Well, first, one of the big things with this strategy that I've done, and the reason we're at war with the Mamluks in the first place, is they have a lot of cheap land right here. This 3-dev desert, 3-dev desert, 336. This really cheap, useless desert land is actually gold to us. So what we're going to do is first we're going to peace out Aden. We're going to take, we'll get back this diplomat. Going to take everything we can. We're going to full annex. This is also going to give us a coalition with people in this area, but that's okay. So we're going to do that. We want a border with Ethiopia because we want to do something similar with them. So we're going to grab that. We also want it to be a land border, so we'll do something like this. We also need to get the coast right here for one of our missions over here, I believe. I know we're doing it out of order, but first you do annex Cyprus to get this, which gives us ship cannons, aggressive expansion, impact of trade efficiency for 10 years, which is really good. And then the means of transaction, which we need the Delta area and the Aleppo area. We already have the Aleppo area, I believe. No, we don't. Okay, so we should actually take that because we just need this one province. So something like that. It's already 25% of our war score. Remember, we have the justified conflicts also gives you in its footnote 10% war score cost versus other religions for 10 years, which is really, really good. So we're taking these for the missions, which will let us complete this, which gives us trade steering, trade company investment costs, and center of trade upgrade costs for the rest of the game, which is really good. And remember, we're trying to finish the mission tree. So this will get off this branch of the mission tree right there. This will need to finish our ideas. Offensive, I think, is what we're going to go with. And then this we need to just basically unify Italy. Then that'll clear off this path. This path over here, we really just need universities to be unlocked because this requires 10 universities. This requires development to be covered by your universities. And then this just requires you to have trading in bonuses, which I think we'll be able to do pretty easily. And that will give us this branch of the mission tree. This branch of the mission tree will be completed by getting the Unifying Italy and then also getting the provinces we're just about to take. And then this is basically go into the old world and get the spices. And then that will be all we need to do for this run, is what that wonderful commenter suggested. That being said, we also, during this run, want to make sure that we get the achievement that I have not yet, because again, we're getting all the achievements before EU5 comes out. Totally not stealing that idea from another YouTube content creator. Dogecoin, starting as Venice, become the eco-hegemon. Now, so something like this, I think, is what we're going to end up taking. We get these provinces because they're needed for our mission. We get this to get a land border with Ethiopia, so we could potentially do something similar with them. We're getting all of these cheap desert lands, making sure to focus on provinces like Hormuz, which is a center of trade. This land we're taking just because it's cheap. Oh, don't want to do that. And I think this is what we're actually going to send. And we also annexed Aden right there. Now, we're going to have crazy overextension, but that's okay, because you'll see pretty soon what the trick is. We'll go ahead and do it. Okay. So this is what we look like currently. We can also go ahead and seize land. So Venice, as we go to our government reforms, one of your missions, let me see if I can actually find it. Old rivalries, this one. Unlock the government reform merchant committees. So let's go to merchant committees. Merchant committees. It's tier 8 eco reforms. Merchant committees right here. It says that we enable a parliament, which is really good. We get global trade power plus 10%, ship trade power 33%. We also can establish trade protectorates. Now, and trade protectorates, they used to be in the game as a subject type. The really good thing, well, let me just show you. Let me just show you the trick. So let's go to Hafar right here. This 111 3 development desert. We don't have a core here, but we're going to go ahead and do another thing. Trading cities are basically these one province miners that just, they're there, they give you trade power, is governed by a republic, heavy reliance on trade and commerce, can only be created by the leader of a trade league. And if they get another province, they basically, they turn into a merchant republic. But, so we're going to go ahead and make one in Sud Ayar. Hey, they exist now. We can give them a flag, give them a map color. We'll just give them that one, default one. And now we need to wait for a diplomat for this next one. We're also going to get all of our diplomats back for this next part. I'm going to go ahead and go to Sudayar, who they like us because we just created them. We're going to go ahead and this trading city that we made, right now they're a trading city. They give us trade power. They're kind of just there. They transfer trade power to us. We'll protect them if they're attacked, and they'll protect us if they're attacked. But we're going to turn them into a trade protectorate, which still transfers 50% of their trade to us. They gain minus 20% technology cost, which is crazy, 25% institution spread, and 20% production efficiency. The real kicker, though, is we gain 5% global trade power and 2% goods produced per trade protectorate. That is per trade protectorate. Now, the reason we could do this trick and we wanted so much cheap land is because every single province that is here, we can turn into a first into a trading city and then into a trade protectorate. You'll notice right here, it's grayed out. You can only have one trading city in the same trade node. So normally we'd only be able to do 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 if we got Hormuz. No, that's nothing to sniff out. 6% global goods produced is pretty good. But you'll notice we let a day tick. Of course we're getting revolts. But they leave our trade league because they are a trade protectorate. They're still giving us their trade power. But we can go to this province right here, which is in the same node. And we can make another trading city. So we're going to do that. Make this one. We're going to go to them again. In 6 days, when we have it, or 4 days when we have a diplomat, we can go to them and offer to make them a trade protectorate. Now, again, we can't diplomatically annex these guys, but they're still giving us half trade power. They get crazy bonuses, but we also get global. Right now, we have plus 10% global trade power, which is, if we get 2 more, we already have the first tier of the trade ideas. So we make Hafar, they're our trade guy. We'll let days tick a little bit. Trade League disbanded because they left. We can go to this province right here. Make another trading city. One thing I will say, though, is we do want to make sure beforehand that we add all of these provinces to our trading companies, because we want to make sure that we can actually get the merchant bonuses from these still. So we're just going to keep making some cities. We're going to pick low dev provinces that don't have centers of trade, because we probably want to keep those and those states. So we might want to keep this state for ourselves, but like this state right here. And ooh, I already messed up there, but we can turn this state right here into a trade protectorate little area. Go to Al Arid, turn them into a trade protectorate. Wait until we have a merchant, a diplomat. Come to this province, turn it into a city, turn it into a protectorate. Let more days tick until we have another merchant. Yep, they left. A diplomat's back. Look at the trade map mode. We'll turn this province into 1, make them our trade protectorate. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25% global trade power, and then 10% goods produced. That's 2 factories we have in 1550. Let's continue to just add this state into... Let's add this state and make them trade protectorates as well. Again, this is only possible because we have a unique set of government reforms. We are trading in cloves. Amazing. Name is taken, so we'll name him 1. Make them a trade protectorate. And let's just take a look at what these modifiers are up to right now. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means we have, right now we have plus 35% goods produced, which is crazy for 1550. This is something on akin of, I think Commonwealth gets a... Oh, okay, they have... We're not quite... We're just barely surpassed the Commonwealth in what they're at right now. Hello, dear viewer. If you have enjoyed the video thus far and want to get more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're still new, figuring stuff out, but I appreciate you watching thus far. Bye. Feels kind of silly to do, but okay. We want to keep this border just so that we can do claims on Ethiopia, because this is also cheap land that we can do. But also, we want to keep a delicate balancing act between having enough to control the node and also having enough to get the merchant, which we want. So we're also going to divert trade from everyone, which instead of 50% is going to give us 100% of their trade power. And I think earlier we started at around 230. We're at 248 right now. We're getting a bit of a coalition. That's true. Right now our income, so now it's 298. So we've I think even before, I'll probably post a screen. I think it was like 250 when we started, before we started doing all this. And we basically just want to make as many of these as we feasibly can, because I don't think there's a limit. And also, we're really overextended right now. Our income is going to go crazy. So we're already at 305. So to summarize, being a Venetian government allows us to create 1 trading city per trade node, which is great. A nice little bonus to trade power. You set up your own little trade colonial, trade little empire. However, one of the Venetian missions over here, Old Rivalries, allows us to take the government reform merchant committees, which is at tier 8. Right here, merchant committees, which allows us to establish trade protectorates. You can establish as many trade protectorates per trade node as you want. So what we're doing is we're using our Venetian government type to establish a trading city, and then we're immediately turning that trading city into a trade protectorate, which gives us crazy, crazy, crazy bonuses. So let me find one more to make right here. So again, Venetian government type lets us click this button, create trading city. The tier 8 merchant committees allows us to create trade protectorates. We need to wait for this to a diplomat to actually come back. Now we're trading in coffee, we're trading in incense, trading in cloves. Acheron joined coalition. Shirvan, which gives us 5% global trade power per trade protectorate, and also 2% goods produced per trade protectorate. And again, we can go to them and divert trade so that we actually just get all of the trade that they make. Now, you can go to a normal country and offer to make them trade protectorates, but because we have such an easy way to make vassals on command, it really is just, I think, the way to do it. And also is giving us crazy bonuses. So I think right now we're at 344 for our income, which is, I think we've added 100 ducats of income since we started the session, which is really amazing. Our inflation's going up, but that's okay. We're fine. It does also look kind of border gorish, but there's not much we can do about that. That being said, I think we're done making them in Aden. We're still way overextended. And again, this is land that is not that great to begin with. Like, it's like desert, like 3 development total, versus 2% goods produced and 5% global trade power. And we also hit tier 5 because we have so many subjects, which gives us church power, missionary maintenance, manpower, and true faith, which is crazy good. Morale of armies, monthly war exhaustion, missionaries, yeah. Oh. And if it ever grays out like this, it's because you all, like, for some reason, I think it's map color that it won't let you select that one. No, okay, here's the thing. You need to have a border. Like, you need to have a bordering province with all these guys. So he barely won't because we don't have a border. Which is unfortunate. Right now we're making 358. And we do need for our mission to actually colonize this province. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me show you guys right over Zanzibar land. We need this province. And we're going to go ahead and send that guy. It is a colorful patchwork, but they're all our subjects. And we all automatically protect all of them as well. Make sure we have all of them diverting trade. Next part of our plan is we're going to save up to buy a province in India, which gives us claims on other coastal centers of trade in India. And then we're going to slowly work our way over here. And I think with that, we would probably be able to finish off, in the meantime, Unifying Italy here, which we need for the top part of our mission tree, or the middle part of our mission tree, I should say. We might as well tick this off now. And Cyprus is a member of the same trade league as Venice. Owned by Venice. So we can actually complete this by inviting them to our trade league. Sure. So we get Annex Cyprus, which gives us claims over here. And this actually, we have enough. All provinces in the Aleppo area and the Delta area completed Annex Cyprus, which gives us trade steering plus 10 until the end of the game, trade company investment costs, and center of trade upgrade costs. We also gain power in Aleppo and Alexandria for 15 years. So now we have claims here, so we can actually do... We're at 120. I think we might want to go. Ooh. What is our overextension at? We're at 109. We're at 104. One more province and a node that doesn't matter, and we'd get it. Right now we're at 413 for our income, which is crazy. And now we're at 100% exactly. I hope it's just for being over. If we have over 100%, okay, I'll take your word out of the game. Right now, after all of that is said and done, we have an incredible 73% goods produced. Oh my god. And a 205% global trade power. We're absolutely crushing it right now. We're earning tons of money. 200 in 1550 in, or we're halfway to eco hegemon. We just need 1,000. So basically one more war, say against someone like Ethiopia. At cap for mill points, so we're going to go into our provinces and do some development. We're playing it nice and slow. We're doing the micro. I really do want to keep the development we do in Italy, though. Now we're making 445. We're #1 great power by a long shot. Global trade is definitely going to happen in Venice. There's no doubt about it. So we're going to build some Bologna, Lucca, Ravenna, Milano, Parma, Spalento, Verona, Sofia. Build a bunch of manufactories. Spend all that gold. We have these 3 armies ready to pounce. Let me just make sure they all have a general. And we're gonna go ahead and attack Ethiopia. Orgasali and that guy. Let's do it for Masawa. Send that troop in, send that troop in, send that troop in. No. You guys go there. You all go there too. You go there. And we got the siege, so you just go to the capital. Do I want 4 more innovativeness? I think I do. 73%. Oh my god. Coptic, hostile borders, defensive mentality, mountains. Ugh. Did Ethiopia really go defensive? Yeah, they did. They have full defensive. Hey, we got Def 4. Oh, we do want to upgrade that. Merchants are good. Oh, this is shaping up to be good. How many years has it been since the start? 5 years? That's crazy to me. It's been like an hour and 40 minutes in real life. Okay, we can just full annex these guys, take all their money, kill the rebels. Okay, this is our peace with Ethiopia. Cut them in half. We're taking all this land to be able to then go into sub-Saharan Africa. We'll probably stop at this trade node because it's the only one that can actually go from Ethiopia into Venice. Otherwise, it'll just flow into Genoa or the English Channel. But yeah, this is what we're going to take. And I'll send this piece. We're at 519. Pretty respectable. Right now, our global goods produced is 107. We're now at 535 for income in 1555. Let's see, take a look at the ledger and see what everyone else is at. So we have almost 5 times the amount of income that France has, and they're #2. And we are absolutely dwarfing everyone in terms of development, in terms of max manpower, in terms of technology. Way more tech, way more ideas, way more power projection. We are crushing it by all metrics. Now I think our next medium-term goal is saving up gold so that we can buy a province from Bahmanis or Vijayanagar. Got a bunch of rebels. It's okay, we're going to kill them. Should go for the easy pickings in the Ottomans. That is what I'll do. Remember, the ideology of the game is you gotta expand. To expand, you need to take land. And taking land from someone who's weak is easier than taking it from someone that's strong. We're really struggling with rebels. Look at all those rebels. That is border gore if I've ever seen it. Hey, I think that'll complete Zanzibar land. Carve new routes. Gain ship costs, naval tradition from protecting trade, max admiral maneuver. Also gain 10,000 ducats, 30 months of income from Venice, 15k, pretty nice from 1 mission. Also get Zanzibar land, gives us gold, will now be produced there, gain mercantilism, a permanent claim on the Central Swahili Coast area, and that province, or that area. And it wants us to have global trade. This wants us to get a company anywhere along India, and this wants us to have trade power there. We're almost not... I mean, the biggest part is unifying Italy, but we're almost low-key done with the mission. Let's take a look at our permanent claims. Get claims along there. We have a sizable-ish coalition. We're going to be really overextended, but that's all right. Get all of our diplomats back. Send this piece. Okay. That's what we look at. Just took a nice chunk out of the Ottomans. Now we need to make our trading companies. We are really overextended. 240, but that's okay. So we can make like this province one. Has to have their capital outside of Europe. Okay. Wait, so can I, did I just like forever make, like I can't integrate them? Yep, you can't do it if they're, I guess we're going to core all this up. It's a good thing we have a lot of admin mana. Let's see if we can buy anything from Bachmanis. I want Chal, the province. For a cool 6,000 they would. We get a core there too? That's nice to know. Hey, we got a achievement I apparently didn't have before. The coin is stronger than the sword. Charter a company from an Indian nation. Okay. Or what do we need? Okay, so gain a permanent claim on every coastal center of trade in the India super region. Gain a permanent claim on every center of trade in the Malay region. You would for only 1,000 too. So we're going to buy this province from you. Is it a center trade? It is. Excellent. Now we own this from Coat. We have 309 global trade power percent. And then we have 117 global goods produced. Where's our transports? You guys are going on a journey around the world. Let's colonize. I started colonizing this. Okay, rebels. We deal with rebels all the time. That's okay. Right now we're making 611 ducats a month. Gross. Okay. Release Kandar. Hello, Kandar. You exist just so I don't lose strong duchies. 1,000 ducats for favors? No thanks, bro. Okay, we're gonna do this, gain some innovativeness, and we're also gonna start working on offensive. Bring in Bachmanis. Let's go. Bengal, will you show me? Deccan. You will. Okay, good. And we can actually fill this out. Wealth of India, merchants, trade steering, trade company governing cost. And that's for until 76, and this is for the end of the game. Nice. Okay, this is where we kill France. No, Naples. Come in Spain. Come in Bohemia. Come in the Commonwealth. And I think we should be okay. Honestly, you guys can come back. Okay. First, we focus on sieging Italy. Sink 10 of their boats, which is excellent. Oh, we're about to lose this guy. That's unfortunate. Come on. 14%. Just focus on sieging down Naples since it's the war goal. This war is actually going good for only having 30k there. And we're just continuing to colonize. And we can get one more idea. I think we do want it now. Spain is getting killed, but that's okay. Go ahead and carpet siege them. 708. Actually, we want all this coastal land. Okay. Oh my god. Can't believe I forgot to start coining this. Okay, how much are we taking out of this node? We're taking 31. Oh, that's so good. And then we're transferring it here, here. It's just getting bigger and bigger all the way because our trade steering is insane. We have 152 trade steering. Our naval tradition's slowly going down though, which I'm sad about. Oh shoot. I was caught off guard by that. I thought I still had more years. Okay, well. I cannot let them join the coalition. They would never get out. So the only thing we need here is to finish offensive, have a big army, conquer Savoy, which I think we can do. And then we need 50 provinces in the Italy region. Mamelukes are just sieging us down, which is not good. Nice. Okay, time for the Papal States Army to die here. We have 5 morale. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see. If we just take this province, 18 aggressive expansion is crazy for one province. Okay, let's see. Our 8 for 25 versus 717. We're almost double, but our ships are way better. And we have a good admiral. Ooh, we are destroying them. 2-1. Our boats are just different, which is nice. We beat like a fleet half our size. We look at those losses. Oh my god. I'm gonna white piece the Papal States. Again, our ships are just built different. They're so good. Okay. Good. Spain pieced out. Well, I'm gonna do it. People are gonna be upset about it. Now you both go help in this war. No leader? I hope this is a stack wipe. Call for peace in France. People are gonna be so mad. Oh my god. Okay, well, okay, we'll peace out now. France will take Sicily and Naples. What can we do to make you hurt? I want to release someone that could get allied. That would then be strong. Something like that. That's a good amount of dev from France. Then also give me war reps on top of that. Okay. So we're going to make France release Aragon, Champagne, Nevers. We're going to take Sicily and release them. And then we're also taking the province of Naples. We're going to try and get Spain to trade us back Malta without having to go to war. We're also taking war reps just for fun. This is what we're going to take from... So we're going to take this little enclave for Hormuz, the rest of the Arabian Peninsula that they have, and then a bunch of the coastline. I think we're taking... No, we're just taking the Alexandrian node. That's really all we need. And that's 99 war score. Take a ducat for our time. There we go. Nice little vassal guy. I'm going to make you be Protestant, though. Sorry about that. Okay, I need to use the restroom. I'm going to take a break here, and then we'll see what's going on. I've been recording for like 5 hours at this point. So I'm going to take a short break, and we'll come back. Okay. We are back. I said I would go get water, but I actually got groceries, made dinner, watched some TV, and went to sleep. So now we're back again. Just really quickly go and turn this on for everyone. Make sure it's turned on for everyone else. Okay. That's what we're at. Oh, we're so close. We're so close, guys. I'm trying charter company from you. Because we need to get the port of these two provinces. Will they give us Canton? They won't? Why not? I don't know. We will pay 3,000 ducats for a province. Yes, please. Is this your Yeah, it's their capital. That's why. Which is okay. They're not that strong. They're allied with the other guys, but... So if we attack Beja... Okay, and we can co-belligerent them, which we will do. So this is how we're going to get about it. We could just no CB these guys and co-belligerent them. Which low-key we might do. That way we can just annex these guys. Yeah, this seems good. Very small compared to us. It's one stability. A little bit of war exhaustion. It even ticks down naturally. We have way more morale. Lower tactics, surprisingly, but we're winning this handedly. Wait, we could almost have gotten them as our vassal. We need 15 more, not same religion. Shoot. Did I miss this? Ugh, I missed the Papal States. Ugh. And October 1st, 1571. Venice, having surpassed all other great powers, was able to proclaim itself the economic hegemon. Oh, in 1571. Okay, fantastic. Yet monthly war exhaustion, mercenary manpower, development cost, goods produced over time, mercenary discipline, minimum autonomy in territories, which is secretly really powerful. Yes. And all the world trembled, for we were too strong. And we got the achievement. Starting as Venice, become the economic hegemon. Ah, that feels really, really good. Something like that seems more doable. Let's do this. Go to Ethiopia. Can we full annex? We can, which is great. We're going to demand their full annexation. Now we have all this land to do with. So first let's add it all to a trading company. Wait, these guys are in a coalition against me? What the heck? They're me. That's crazy. Okay, I think we're going to take our foot off of the gas pedal a little bit. So we completed the achievement we set out to do. Dogecoin, starting as Venice, become the economic hegemon in October 1st. Well, it was October 1st, 1571, which I think is pretty good. This guy also joined the coalition, even though he is me. I don't understand, but that's okay. So we're going to need to do that. Suez Canal is still taking a long time. But I think in the meantime, we're going to, one, focus on completing the Malaccan. So we really only focus on... So really, we just have this part of the mission tree. Owns Canton, which we don't do yet. We need to get the strongest trade power in the Malaccan node, while also owning 3 provinces that are at least a level 1 center of trade. And then we also need global trade to spawn, which should happen, like, eventually. Like, it'll happen. It's the next one, you know, 1600, 30 years around. In the meantime, we'll probably spend a lot of time just developing, chilling, filling out our borders, probably going to war against easy pickings. Maybe we could try and get Aragon, please. No, don't tell me they entered the coalition. Not my subject. Not my trade protectorate, please. Okay. Nice, nice, classic. Yes, I love revolts. Yay. Thank you, Commonwealth. Commonwealth has been a real pal this game. They've actually beat up my rebels a couple times. Let me just try... Oh, the Suez Canal completed? Ah, that wasn't with much fanfare. Okay. That must have been where the other extra merchant came from. Okay. Overall, between all of them, we have an incredible, absolutely game-breaking, like legitimately, like it's kind of game-breaking, global trade power of 449%. From all that, which means every province we have is 5 times, basically, as effective trade-wise. We also have an incredible... This modifier, if you had it in a normal game, would just be absolutely insane. 173.3 goods produced modifier. Crazy. These two together, absolutely insane. Like, just crazy. Like, wow. We're going to run... We already have Eco Hegemon in the 1500s. Like, crazy. Get idea costs from Protestantism. Put that on. And we're going to finish out offensive, which will also let us, in the top part of, or middle part of our mission tree, I should say, complete the Cernida system, which will give us, for each level of our army reformer or commandant, so morale of armies or discipline advisor, we'll get plus 3% siege ability, which is effectively plus 15% siege ability as long as we have one of those advisors hired, which is a little bit less than one of the better parts of offensive ideas, this one. So that's really good. I would probably go for this one. The other one maybe is quality, which could also be pretty good. This one might be a bit of a meme if you just put forts everywhere. That's local manpower modifier and dev cost, which is something that's pretty good. That could be pretty nice if you stack that on literally all our provinces, which we might actually be able to do. But this one is good just for like sieging, which is something that is very annoying to do normally. We also get a bunch of policies, so we'll go ahead and turn those on. Here, let's declare on Spain for Malta. Call in Commonwealth. Call in Bohemia, sure. And we're just waiting for the siege. 536 aggressive expansion with the Ottomans. Yeah, I think it'll just take a couple of years to recover from that. 78%, nice. I have 48% siege ability, which is great. 92%, okay. Can we get 99% though? That's the real question. 92%, come on. Oh, okay, 92%, who would have thought? Madrid is done. Chill war. I'm not in a rush. Everything's going okay. This is the way war should be. Bada bing, bada boom. Take Italian provinces, Malta, Sardinia. Take this, make them release this, get a border with them so we can vassalize them, and then take Aragon, hopefully. Nice. Ooh, Commonwealth. Why are you uppity? They want my islands? Get out of here. This really is the partition of Hungary right now. That's kind of crazy. Let's declare on Pasai and bring in Bengal and Malacca. Okay, we have way more morale. 7.2. Holy moly. Crush them. So we're going to take these two states from Malacca, and we'll probably take more from Pasai. So for right now, that's it from Malacca. Loki, it's probably more important to take Bengal. So we will do that. Because with this, we'll get reach Malacca, which will give us a merchant, ship trade power, mercantilism, permanent claim on provinces we already have our subjects under, and this one we just need Canton, and this one we need global trade to spawn. And then this gives us a big boost to major source of spice. Then over here, we need universities, and we already did this one. About halfway full, or we are exactly halfway full with our eco hegemon. Hey, we got trade hegemon. Nice, nice, nice. Starting as any European country, conquer and have cores on Aden, Hormuz, and Malacca. Okay, excellent. We're going to take these provinces. We could take a bit more now, though. Something like this. Yeah, let's do it. And we fulfilled one of our missions, reach Malacca. So we gain mercantilism, an extra merchant, ship trade power, and we gain a permanent claim on lands we already own. We can actually complete in search of spice. Which means this is a very, very valuable node. We can conquer Savoy. Lose courthouse, gain townhouse. Gain a level 3 advisor for 75% off. We're going to declare on Russia for these lands. Call in Commonwealth and Bohemia. And then we're going to attack the Papal States. Yeah, I'm going to declare on Russia. I'm going to let Commonwealth and Bohemia do all the work. Do it for Sevastopol. Go. So while they're fighting my enemies, I'm going to see if I can declare on the Papal States. They cannot join because we're on the same side in a different war. Excellent. So we need 11 provinces. Just attack France. Attack France. We're going to go for Salerno. Oh, we're destroying them. We have 7.1 to their 4.1 morale. Yeah, insane. We're just sieging down France. Nothing too special here. That's how I do it. I attack Spain. Savoy gets called in because they're allied, even though they're in the coalition. I just take this one province from them. Plus all of this, I've unified Italy. It just looks so bad with this right there. 61 aggressive expansion for 5 of my provinces. Oh my god. I'm literally going to have all of the HRE upset. Augsburg, Trent, Hungary. I mean, I need it. It's I need it for my mission. It's for my mission tree. Don't question it. It's for the mission tree. If they just walk to France, I'll be happy. Modern warfare tactics. Ooh, finally. Get the Iron Wall of Italy until the end of the game. Force march costs no power. Movement speed +5 and fire damage received -5%, which is pretty significant. And with that, we only need in this to own one more province in the Italy region. And then we'll get that for 20 years. Then we need Canton. And then we just need to wait for universities. But in the meantime, we're going to still do stuff. So we're going to take this from Russia. And we're going to piece them out. We're making almost 2,000, or we're making 1,600 ducats a month gross. Let's not go crazy here. Or maybe we should just link up our lands. We just took like 100 aggressive expansion over here. I'm not looking to fight all of Europe. We've unified Italy. So for 20 years, monthly admin power, reform, progress growth, and centralized state cost. And that is this entire branch. Excellent. And now we just need Canton. Quick stop in Canton. And we fully have economic hegemon. Okay, this is the state of the world in 1592. With the #1 great power, we're making astronomically way more money than anyone else. Like 10 times. Way, way, way more. I think with literally just this one, we should be able to try and take it. Shun won't join. It's just going to be Sung Sin and Shu against you for Canton. Okay, we'll just take them. Yeah, sure. Or at least this part. I can't get to there. And we have ports in Canton, which gives us mercantilism. And with that, we've completed this section of the tree. And that means 2 sections of the tree are down 100%. And we just need these 2 missions, which require universities, which are coming up in T-10 years. Oh, global trade. And it did spawn in Venice. Venezia gets global trade hub until the end of the game. Nice. Gain a bunch of admin points. Fantastic. We can go ahead and take this for 1,000 admin points. We'll do that. Unlock the universities. Go and build them everywhere. Literally. Build them everywhere. Everywhere that we possibly can. We started with, I think, 150,000 ducats. Ah, this is so good. This is probably peak Venice right here. Just save. Okay. We spent maybe 60,000 ducats worth of universities. Probably one building in every single province right now. Okay. With that, we've done it. Halls of Knowledge requires us to have 10 universities. We currently have 261. And Venice also has to have one. This gives us... I don't know. Embracing new technology grants us 1 innovativeness and 1 Republican tradition. It also gives our current leader 1 admin. Okay, nice. Would have been nice, and he actually does need that. We already are at max innovativeness too, though, so. And plague doctors. The citizens of Venice will be less likely to be struck by plague events. Fantastic. And this is the final mission of the mission tree of wealth and power. I hope you've enjoyed, because this has been a lot. It's going on hour 5 for now. But few have attained our level of wealth, opulence, and power throughout the history of our domain. We still proudly stand at the top of the food chain and wield the power to determine the fate of an entire continent. More so the world, I would say. We need to have all the subsequent missions and have the highest value trade node in the world and 6 trade-in bonuses. The Golden Republic. Our success in the field of politics, trade, and scholarly studies have led many to proclaim our current era as the era of the Golden Republic. This course of reference is the zenith of our wealth, a culmination of our efforts as the people and celebration of our culture and arts, and as a mean to immortalize our legacy in the books of history. Well worth the efforts. Changes the country color. Country name will change to La Serenisima. New traditions and ambitions. Let us don only new colors. A new title will suffice. We'll accept the new influx of ideas and traditions. Our people are happy as they are. We're going to go all the way. I wonder what... I actually am kind of curious what the new color is. Oh, whoa, that is a good color. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. This one is much better than Venice's color. Ooh, this is a good one. Yes, new traditions and ambitions. I wonder what they are. I don't think we get new missions, do we? No, we don't. We do get new ideas. Goods produced, ship trade power. Maximum absolutism is really good because Venetian government type doesn't like that. Naval force limit plus 50%. I'll have to compare these to what Venice's were before. Land force limit modifier. Land fire damage is huge. Global trade power. This would be more relevant if we didn't have the cheese that let us get all of this already. Stato de Mar, trade efficiency, and Italian Renaissance. That is pretty good. We lost the diplomat is what I'm noticing. But goods produced, ship trade power, galley combat ability, trade steering, and envoy travel time. Restore, okay, and we can actually restore our name and restore our color. Which is kind of funny that they let you do that. I don't think other nations can do that. And restore the Roman Empire. Okay. We are now La Serenisima, the Golden Republic, with a fantastic, fantastic color. This red is super good. We've completed the entire Venetian mission tree. We've completed the Italy-focused branch, the unification branch there, and the exploration branch. We have more money than we know what to possibly do with. We can build buildings in every single province that we own 5 times over. Thoughts on the game? Creating all of the vassal states that give you just insane modifiers for goods produced and global trade power. Right now, we ended the campaign with about 208% goods produced and 478 global trade power. Those numbers are absolutely insane. We could drop those by half and they would still be absolutely insane. I think we're actually really well set up for a world conquest right now. I think we have inroads into all the major parts of the world. I don't think it would be difficult. I've also never done a world conquest before, but if we get a good amount of likes and if someone comments that they want to see this into a world conquest, I'd be more than happy to oblige. But I think for now, this is a good stopping point. I've been absolutely blown away by all of the support that I've gotten. It's honestly been super amazing, and I really, 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 really genuinely appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The support that I've gotten in terms of views and likes has really just made me so happy, and I'm really, really glad that I'm doing this, and really just motivates me to keep going. I know there's been a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm glad that I'm finally posting this again. I'm really looking forward to making more videos. If anyone has any ideas or comments or anything, feel free to comment below or join the Discord. I don't think anything's set up in the Discord yet, but maybe I'll do more of that in the future. For now, though, I think this campaign, I think one of the potential ideas I want to do is try and get all of the achievements in EU4 before EU5 comes out. There's quite a lot of achievements that I don't have. So one of the thoughts is we could do something like finish Mare Nostrum. I'm surprised I don't already have that. We could also complete Master of India as this. We could do a world conquest as this. There's a lot of achievements that we can do for this. That being said, some thoughts about this campaign. I think in terms of as Venice, the strategy of making all of these guys, I think this is probably the most accessible region for you to do it, just because the provinces are very, I mean, they start off at like 3 development. Now they're actually a good bit higher. Another region actually might be over here in the steppe. But I think one of the issues with doing it potentially over here is that you actually want to expand over here naturally, because you want to go to India, you want to go to Indonesia, you want to go to China. Seems just one of the most natural places to do it. I did make a million mistakes this game that I think could be improved. I think getting my coalition really so early in the game really slowed us down. I think having to constantly fight that, and we still have the coalition too, has really like kind of slowed us down. I made some silly mistakes around like creating vassals that I couldn't, or releasing nations that I couldn't actually vassalize. I didn't care enough about my professionalism. I think there's also the idea of going for mercenary ideas just because we're so rich, they might actually be worth it. And especially because when you go economic hegemon, you get, I think, mercenary manpower plus 100%. So we really could do like a mercenary focus gameplay too. We also have tons of sailors, absolutely insane. I think I can really lock in and make a bunch of buildings in ways that it's not really efficient. I've kind of just been plopping them out where maybe they don't really belong, but that's okay. And I think it's okay. I really had fun this campaign. It was really a lot of fun to do. I have so much money. I like don't even have a way to spend it all. I could build forts in every province. I could do tons of stuff, but it was really fun to do the Venetian mission tree. Just some thoughts are, it is a little more sparse compared to what I understand like the English, French, Spanish mission tree is. I do kind of like, though, how it's split into 3 distinct branches and not one giant branch that goes from the top to the bottom. I see the appeal of both. Some of these are they don't have a ton of overlap, but we do already have some like really good modifiers that are permanent now. We could switch to, and we still have the power to switch to Piedmontese. We could turn into Savoy, trigger a bunch of, I think, get another 5% admin efficiency there. We could culture switch to Prussian. I don't see why we can't do a bunch of culture flipping if we don't want to. Culture flip to like the Knights or something. We already have so much money that it doesn't really matter. That being said, I had a lot of fun. I'll maybe add some stuff, get to editing, but yeah, thank you so much if you watched this far. I really, really, really genuinely appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an excellent day. Yeah, have a good one. Bye. Make some faces for React images. Okay, hopefully I got at least one good reaction there.